This week I secured 5 listings and it's only Thursday. Hi everyone, I have Noemi Lilomba from Dallas, Texas with me today. And Noemi, welcome. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me today. And this girl's story in real estate is just amazing. So I want to just start by giving you like the really great juicy stuff. 2023, second year in real estate, you sold 14 homes, Noemi, average commission $14,000. And that equals to $196,000 in gross commission income. Amazing. And I have no doubt that any real estate agent, whether they're brand new like you, because you're going into your third year in real estate, basically. So any agent, new or even agents with a lot of experience, would love to get to 196,000 in commissions in 1 year. And you did it your second year in real estate. So congratulations. Please tell us how you did it.
Great, Jackie. So thank you so much for having me here. I cannot believe I am on the other side of your YouTube page. It's amazing. So the very first thing that I did, I first believed in myself and I knew it was going to work. I was like my thoughts were fixed into one thing, which was listing only and listing. And I tried to find the right mentorship that fits my personality and my way of understanding. This actually led me to Jackie's YouTube page, where I was watching her videos. With just the YouTube videos, I was able to have a better understanding with cold calling and setting appointments. Then I told myself, I'm like, Noemi, if you want to go to the next level, you need to actually move, like, bet on yourself by paying for the mentorship. Like I was just thirsty to learn more from Jackie. And that's how I was able to get into the mentorship and like performing my crafts.
Okay, well, sounds pretty simple. That you started by saying believe in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Have you always believed in yourself? Or how did that? Because I say, Noemi, and you know, because you're one of my clients and you've listened to a lot of my YouTube stuff. Mindset is everything, meaning your belief about what it's possible for you. And I know this gets in the way of a lot of agents being able to succeed. So tell me, were you always like that? How do you develop that?
So I will say that I'm like 70-30. So I believe in myself 70% and 30% I know what I need to do, but I just feel like I'm not the right person to do it. So I feel like this 30% actually get in my way. But I believe that once you believe in yourself, you will find a way to make it happen. It starts by there. Because if you don't believe in yourself, you will not take the first step. So like I said, if I had to go into details, I'm breaking down exactly what I did, the calls and the schedule and all the support that I got from
I want to hear all of that, and I'm sure the people watching want to hear all of that too.
For sure, yes.
So you had a belief, something sparked in you, even though 30% of the time you might have had doubt or whatever, but deep inside you kind of like you knew you could do it. It's not going to be easy.
Yeah.
Sure, it wasn't easy because it's not easy for anybody. So walk us through that process of your schedule, your calls, and all of that.
Sure. So the very first thing you have to know about me is that I have I'm very determined. When I want something, I'm going all for it. If you don't know, a quick story about me is that I moved back to America because I was born here, but I left when I was 4 years old. I moved back to America after everybody telling me not to move to America. It's like I'm very stubborn. When you tell me not to do something, it's exactly what I'm going to do. So I moved here with no English, barely having family members wanting to help me, barely having money, so I had to find my way out. And I knew when I was coming to America, it was to do real estate, nothing else. So,
wait, how long ago was that? Just
since 2016.
Okay, so it's been 8 years. We're in 2024. So you said you knew you were going to sell real estate?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I was born in a family with real estate, like my parents own a lot of real estate, and just the fact of seeing them going doors to collect the rent money, I was like, this is exactly what I want to do, knock on doors and get the money. So to get there, I needed money. I needed a very large capital, and I have always been in sales. My first business was selling sandwiches.
Mm.
Yes. And then I was like, okay, with this job that I'm having here, I will never get to where I'm trying to go. I need big bank, big money.
Mhm.
So that's how I come across to selling real estate, and then I jumped into it. I was like, that's great for me. That's sales and that's real estate. That's exactly where I need to be.
Wow.
So that's how I got there.
Amazing.
I got here selling real estate. Now, by
Yes.
finding solution to help myself, like I said, I always have people telling me that you can do this, it's not going to work for you. So when I first got my license, I have someone that I know from my home country that I was hoping for her to help me, but she might have her reasons. I'm not going to judge her, but I was always told that do not cold call, you're going to get arrested if you cold call. The the thing that really break me is that you have an accent, people are not going to understand what you're saying, maybe your English is not too perfect. And I stopped cold calling. The very first thing that I did when I first got my license was cold calling from zero.
You know what? Well, I love this story so much because you already said you're very determined. Tell me I can't do it and I'll prove you wrong. So like I get it. I love it. Okay, so you were hearing it's not going to work because of your accent. I have an accent too, so we get in
Mhm.
our heads with that. You started making calls anyway.
No, I stopped.
Oh,
I
oh, you
completely
stopped.
stopped. Yes, I was so discouraged. I stopped and I started doing TikTok. And I went viral on TikTok and I got a couple leads there. But something inside of me was just telling me that I'm not gonna make it with TikTok and social media. I need to start making calls. And I started, like I said, if you believe in something, you're gonna start looking for ways to make it
Yeah.
happen. And I started going on networking events where I actually met my current mentor, Jessica Nelson, and she sold 52 homes in a year through cold calling.
Amazing. Yes.
I was like,
Yes.
okay, if it works for her, it's definitely going to work for me. And the fact that Jackie says all you need to do is pick up the phone. I don't know what you guys are saying, but what I believe is exactly what is going to work for me. So I will see you next time.
The rest is history. Oh my goodness. That's amazing. Noemi, how did you get past this? You said so you stopped and then you started again because you believed it would work. How did you get past saying, the little bit of doubt about the accent or what is it? What was that process of just keep going even if you're having doubt and things may not always initially in the very beginning start working amazingly?
Sure. So I have been listening to, I know some people don't like it, I don't know, but I have been listening to motivational videos since I was a child, like a teenager. So I don't usually listen to regular music. If I have to, I listen to rap music that is more, not like on the violent, like the bad side of violence, but more like, you
Upbeat.
know,
Yeah,
yeah,
like get
like
you
to
like
hit my
yeah.
mindset. So I always have that thing in my mind is that I always bet on my life and on my loved one's life. I know some people, it might be risky for them, but I do that because if I don't do it, it's this person that I love life that can go away. Even if it's not true, but I just put it in my mind like this, and that's how I'm always able to do it. Like I like to say, just picture yourself, someone come to you, says, hey, if you don't bring me $100,000 in 60 days, I'm gonna kill your sister. I don't have any sister, but I'm just giving an example. I'm gonna kill your sister. You are going to find a way to make it happen because
You're
that's someone that you
creating
love.
urgency for yourself. You're making up a story.
Exactly.
I love what you're saying so much. I use the example of if your license was going to be taken away, if you don't set an appointment today, could you find one? You'd figure it out. And this is what because we're all telling ourselves a story anyhow. Most of the time, the story doesn't empower us. You're telling yourself, you're creating a story that gets you going. Yeah.
And also, Jackie, I only have my mother. My father passed away. If I don't do that, what else am I going to do? Am I going to do a job that pays me $17 or $15 an hour? Like, I don't have a choice. It's this or nothing. So you just have to go all in, you
Yeah.
know?
Everything you're saying is just going in the right direction. I want to ask you about this because maybe you remember or you don't, but I was actually impressed. When I first spoke with you about setting up this interview, and I don't know if it was by text or email that we had a conversation. I said, "Are you available on this day?" And you
Mhm.
said, "No, I plan my entire week on Sunday and I'm already booked around that time." And to be honest, I've done a lot of client interviews.
Mhm.
And I've never had somebody say to me, "My week is already planned, so it would have to be the following week." I'm like, "Whoa, this girl, she has a business plan. She's actually planning her week. She must have a schedule." Okay, tell us about that.
My clothes also plan based on the date.
Yeah.
So I would say since I was a child, this is how I was raised. We already know what's gonna happen during the week. I just because I feel like I can get how can I say, like my anxiety can be like very bad when I don't know what to do, when I'm completely lost. And
Oh.
which actually affected my actual business. Like I'm not gonna make any calls because I have no control of what's happening today and tomorrow. So
Mhm.
that's something that I would say that I have been doing this since I was a child. And I have a lot of things that I need to do. I also have agents under me. I have how to say events that I had to attend and all these things. So and also I want to make sure I'm very comfortable when I'm talking to you. I don't want you to feel like I don't have my mind in place. So I
Mm.
wanted, to schedule a special date just for us and have this conversation.
Yeah. So you're
So,
time blocking so that you know exactly. And I love what you said about when you time block and you have certain activities and an amount of time, you're able to focus on that. You're not
mhm,
doing this and thinking about other things because the other things are already time blocked and planned for.
yes,
So you work on a schedule.
yeah. If it's
Amazing.
not scheduled, I don't know about it.
Exactly. It doesn't exist. So,
Yes.
what is your daily schedule for, I guess, prospecting or finding people who want to sell their houses? Because you said you wanted to focus on sellers, which I love.
Mhm.
Thank you. And so, what is your daily schedule around that activity?
So everyone like my daily schedule, like Monday to Friday.
Yeah.
So I know you say you should prospect 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Um,
But
however,
I can tell
yes,
there's a but coming here.
exactly. So I feel like my brain doesn't process until 12 p.m. So 8 to 11 a.m. it's where I'm like all in and focused on cold calling. And the
Okay.
thing that's helping me to double my numbers per hour, I sign up for a it's a new dialer. It's still private, but it's a very strong dialer. Like in 10 minutes, I can speak to 12 people. So I'm making up the time for the 1 hour for
In 10 minutes, you speak with 12 people. Is it
so
is it a triple
yes, like
dialer?
it's not I don't know. Yeah, it's 10 line dialer. So when I said to speak to 12 people, it's not like having a conversation with people, like real good conversation. In a 10 minutes or 20 minutes, I should say, I can speak with one or two person that have like a conversation to up to 5 minutes and more, or have a lead with that. So I'm able to cover that part for the 1 hour. I don't know if it's making any sense.
Well,
So
I wanted to make sense because I would imagine the people watching this video are like, "What is she talking about? I want that."
yes,
Is it a process that finds who answers the phone so you can go directly? Sort of, is that
it's
what
a new it's like Mojo, it's like Bash Lead and Call Tools. how you call this, you upload the contacts in the system.
Yes,
It's very new, and it's still private right now.
right,
So I just, even myself, I was amazed. I'm like, what is this thing? Like
right.
in an hour, I can have like 76 outbound calls.
Okay, 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 amazing. So you
So
said it's private, so for now, nobody's gonna know what it is, and, eventually, I guess, we'll figure it out.
yeah, I don't know. They had me sign something for now. They are very picky with who they work with. I think they're just trying the product.
I
As soon as
understand.
the product is finished, I'm pretty sure that you everybody's going to know about it. I
Lucky
think
you
they're
that you
just
get
trying
to
the
use it
product.
because definitely so,
Mhm.
um, from 8 AM to 11 AM, you're making calls, you're
I
dialing.
am making calls, yes.
Okay,
And
perfect.
from 11 to 12 p.m., I am just taking care of some administration, like, or like making sure my TC is
Yep,
doing what she needs to do. And
yeah,
if they needs me, I reply. And then from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m., Monday to Friday, I have a coaching class. If it's not with you, it's with another coach that I have.
yeah.
I
So
always like get involved into.
Noemi, you posted in the community. This was it was a couple of months ago, and you
Mhm.
wrote this down. I actually took a picture because I want to read it to because I want you to speak about this. This week I secured 5 listings, and it's only Thursday. 3 condos, 2 single family homes, Houston and Dallas. Last week I secured one in Houston. I love what you said. So cute. In Jackie's script, we trust. Um, I mean, that's like an amazing week, and regardless of it's just to be able to take 5 listings in one week, that is an incredible accomplishment. And
Mhm.
based on Jackie's script to trust, you are using my script. Have you used others, or you always just you started with mine?
I use other scripts. It was just not working, to be honest.
Because like scripts can be very controversial for real estate agents.
Yeah.
So I want
Yeah.
and controversial because a lot of times they look at my scripts that are very direct and they go, oh, I
Mhm.
don't know, I don't think I could say that, and I'm not confident. Oh, they tell themselves
Mhm.
a story. It doesn't sound like me. I wouldn't talk like that, and then they get involved in other scripts that are just take them nowhere. So,
Yeah.
what was your experience using other scripts? Clearly, mine are working for you. Just talk about that for a little bit.
Yes, I would love to. So I use other scripts and that I found randomly online. That first of all, it sounds very like I'm reading a script. So I can't even give you a feedback because it didn't work and I didn't continue to use that. But when I use your script, because as you can feel, I'm a like straightforward person. I like to get straight to the point. And that script is just perfect for me. And the delivery from me is just perfect. Like I don't feel like I'm offending someone and the person is not feeling offended. So the script works perfectly with me. The highest listing appointment that I secured with this script was a $7.6 million listing.
7 million. Oh,
$7.6 million listing. That was
girl.
the highest listing appointment that I secured with just by saying, like, I'm confident I can get your home sold. Would you like to meet me today? Can we meet today at 12 p.m. or 1 p.m.? Which one works for you? So that's it. Straight to the
Really?
point. I am confident that I can sell your home. Can we meet today? Straight to the point. You don't waste his time. And then you continue with the objection handlers
So
and all that.
obviously this is the expired script. So this was an
Expired
expired
script.
listing.
It
They
was an
give you
expired listing.
did they give you a lot of objections, or they just
No,
said come over?
so actually they were very interested. They said they wanted to, because after that I said all the things to get the appointment for
Right.
sure.
Right.
And they asked me to send an email to review my information to see if I'm legitimate and all that. I ended up by not going to the appointment. I know it's very sad, but they actually called me back to know if I was still coming.
Okay, so wait, you set the appointment and then what happened?
I didn't go
What?
simply because I was, yes, exactly. That was at the beginning, like a little bit at the beginning. I was not feeling confident to go by myself because
Ooh,
I didn't know. Like this kind of things, I like to watch someone doing it, and then I knew what to do on the listing appointment, but I was not confident to go, especially a big listing like
Oh,
this. So
yeah,
I
yeah.
wanted someone to come with me. I asked a couple people in my office, in my old brokerage. No one, I think they never took me seriously, I guess, and I
Oh.
couldn't go.
So wait, and then the seller called you back or email, and then what happened?
I said I will give you a call back, and I hang up, and he never called me
Or
back, and that's
just
it.
you were nervous. Yeah, yeah. I totally get it. This reminds me of it's so impressive that using the script you actually did. You were able to set an appointment with a $7.6 million expire. I remember when I was new to real estate, my average price was like 160,000.
Yeah.
And when I saw any Facebook expire, anyone that was like even 500, but if it was a million or two, which we had a lot in South Florida, I'd be so nervous to even call them. I would literally dial the phone because I used to count 4 rings and be praying they don't answer because I don't even want to talk to them. I'll call, please don't answer because so I understand, but it's amazing. Um, how about
I mean,
handling objection? Yeah.
oh, sorry. My first $1 million listing, I got it with your scripts too. I
Okay.
have a list
So
of,
you have listed $1 million property list using my okay. Talk to us about that.
it's very simple. I think people, they're expecting something very magical or something complicated. It's very simple. You pick up the phone call and you set the script. That's
Mm,
how I got the listing. I never spent, for that specific listing, I'm just gonna give you a quick story. I
yeah.
never spent more than $50 for that listing. I never met the seller. I only went to the house once just
Mm.
to take a look at it, and that's it. We only had one, actually, we never had any showing. We only had one open houses.
And it's
And
sold.
yeah, in 30 days, it was sold for, I got the commission for $36,000. I only
Oh,
spent $50 with that. And the platform that I was using back then, I was on a trio. So the platform was free for me. I didn't pay anything. So I only spent $50 with Jackie's script, got the listing appointment, of course,
oh,
with my mentor's help, with
um,
the, conversation with the clients.
yeah. Noemi, you said you only went to the house once. That I would imagine. Were they living in the house?
No, he was using the house for a Airbnb. He was
So how?
living in New York.
So did you do a Zoom appointment or over the phone? You emailed the contract. How did this go?
Yes, so 95% of all of my listing, I never met the sellers. I always do it over the phone or on Zoom. Uh,
Wow, this
most
is
of the
just
house,
getting even more exciting. I love it.
yeah, most of the houses that I sell, I have never been physically there. So I usually have them like a professional video call where I want to see the house. But if the house is very terrible, then I might have to go there to really take a look of the property and the condition of the home.
Oh,
It helps them saving time and also, you know, my time as well.
so
So, mhm,
this is really, I love this so much because a lot of agents think like, oh, how do you list a house without seeing it? Or, oh, doing it on Zoom is so hard. And for you, it's just like, this is what I do. This is most of my business.
yeah.
So talk a little bit about that.
So you really have to know, it comes with time or also, knowledge. You have to know what to say over the phone. For example, the house and the condo in Houston, the last time I was in Houston was in 2017. I never went back there, and I was there for a layover. So I actually never went outside of Houston. So I never been in Houston, to be honest. It was
Mm.
just having a serious conversation. I take a look at the markets online. Of course, I pay for the R.com, the Houston Association. So I was able to go on the MLS, take a look at the comps. So I knew exactly what's the issue. She was over. Most of the time, there are three reasons why a house won't sell: condition, price, and the agent. And if it's the price, the condition is always the agent. So I'm able to explain that to them and introduce my marketing strategy. I send them an email. I say, open your email. Do you see this? And then I walk them through. As I'm walking them through, I also have that on my screen. And that's how it has always been with me. And then I send them immediately another email with the listing agreements. And I said, can you open this email? I walk them through the listing agreement. And I said, that's the price that we are going with. Are you confident with this price? I always let them price the home. I never price the property for them.
Okay.
Commission is based on performance, and then they sign the contract.
Wow. What impresses me, and I'm sure everybody watching here's like, you speak so confidently. You're just it's amazing. And that's what it takes, because you make it sound so simple. I was like, yeah, incredible. Um, do you get objections over the phone once in a while? I mean, when you're calling these expireds, do they do, normal expired objections? I'm not selling anymore. I'm going to release with the same agent. How do you, I don't, how do you handle their objections so that you could actually set appointments? What's the scripts and mindset around that?
So the mindset is, I don't know what you're saying. I'm coming. That's the mindset that I have. Like, I can only speak English, but I don't understand English. So you're gonna hear, well, when I say I cannot hear you, that doesn't mean that I'm not listening.
Right.
And so I can be able to answer. But the mindset is that say whatever you want to say. I already know a little bit what they're going to say, and I know a little bit what I need to say. So that's the mindset that I have. No matter what, I'm coming. And then of course I have my script, self-X training script that I have here that I print out beautifully. So I study that every day and I answer based on the script. I also have my personal clauses that I know based on my experience, like selling, because I do have relationship in California, relocation company. So usually people in Texas, when they hear that, oh, that's an agent who's related with some relocation company in California, that's even better because they buy houses with cash.
Yes.
So I'm able to show them how they can sell the house on market and off market, and being able to help them saving the buyer's agent commission. So these are things that I can actually do that because I'm also prospect to find buyers. I'm not just telling them that I will prospect. I actually prospect to find buyers. So I always tell them, if I'm able to secure buyers for you, I will refer the buyer to one of my agents. The agent can just be paid just for the paperwork. Or if they are comfortable being represented, you don't have to pay the commission at all for the buyer's agent. Now, if the property is like in terrible condition, I can wholesale the property. You don't even have to worry about my commission at all. So we can talk both languages, on market or off market. What time do you want me to come? 1 p.m. or 2 o'clock?
Amazing, girl. Amazing. So wait, when you find somebody who wants to buy, you're referring it to a buyer's agent, a buyer specialist?
Yeah, well, I have couple buyers agent that are very great. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you can stay focused on listings.
Hmm.
Amen to that. Wow. I just love when I hear someone like you doing exactly what you're supposed to do. Because if you're going to be a jack of all trades, if you start working with buyers, you'll be all over the place. Noemi, amazing. I'd love to keep this conversation. I appreciate your time. I know you're busy as well. This has been incredibly inspiring. Just for us to like wrap up this conversation, what advice would you give to an agent who's struggling to make money?
So if you are struggling to make money, it means that you need the right strategy. I would say seek for mentorship. Like you need to surround yourself with the right support. You can have online coaching and in-person coaching. That's the number one thing you need to do. You have to be involved. Like it doesn't matter if you have someone who goes on listing appointment, just go with them. Even if you're not getting paid, go with them. It's going to create an energy to attract listings. Um, and also act as if you were already that person, identity shifting. What would you do if you were a full-time listing agent? Continue learning and improving your craft. Go on networking events, where I host a lot of networking events for real estate agents,
Mhm.
where there are multiple agents, like they show you how they went from 0 listing to 10 listings in 90 days and all that. So if you are in Texas, I'm on Instagram, you will see I always post events for real estate. That's actually how I met my current mentor, to a networking event. And she saw how hungry I was, and she was like, you know what, let's make it happen.
Amazing. So what I get from what you said is you have a growth mindset. You want to
Mhm.
surround
Growth mindset.
yourself with successful people. You want to learn from people that have done it. You're not just trying to figure it out, like reinvent the wheel here.
Yes.
Like,
And
find,
you have to be humble. You really have to be humble. It's not because I haven't sold 100 houses that you feel like I don't have anything to teach you. You have to take knowledge from everybody. If someone is doing better than you, there's something that they know that you don't know that you need to learn. Your job is to find out what is that missing piece. Like me, it was just a missing dot. I had a great script. I was able to set appointment like nothing, but the listing presentation, even though you have a great listing presentation, but I am more like a hands-on person when it comes to that. I just had to connect the dot and
um,
everything was explodes.
and you're doing it mostly over the phone and on Zoom. I mean, girl, you're incredible. Congratulations.
Jackie, you're incredible too. Thank you so much for your help.
Thank you, and thank you for your time. And I can't wait to hear what 2024 and 25 this year already. How are you? How are you so far? We're in July, beginning of July. How many transactions do you have?
So right now I am at 10. I believe that I could have done better, but I have a good reason is that I am hooked up to a agent attraction, helping agents coming in and get free training and just helping them, giving them the help that I didn't have.
Yeah,
So I don't take it as an L, I take it as a win because other people are winning too.
absolutely. 10 transactions so far. Last year you closed 14 the whole year. We're halfway through the year. So you're going to do a
Yes.
lot better than last year. And you've taken quite a few listings this year as well. What's the number of listings taken?
So yes, I have listed so far 14 to 15 listings, like
Yes.
houses for sale.
Yes.
And yeah, sold 9 and then 1 buyer, which was my friend.
Yeah.
He found the house himself.
Great job, Noemi. Amazing. Thank you again, everybody watching. Noemi Lilomba in Dallas, Texas. If you need help with real estate in that area or Houston too, you
Yeah.
know exactly where to go here, and leave your comments and questions below. Thanks for watching. See you on the next video.
Thank you. Bye-bye, Jackie.
Bye. Amazing girl. Wow.